Welcome to the Ernest Tubb Midnite Jamboree warm-up show at the Troubadour Nashville in Music City, USA. I'm your host, Marcia Campbell. We are broadcasting from the Troubadour Nashville, located in the Music Valley Drive area, 2416 Music Valley Drive, Nashville, Tennessee, here in the great land of the United States of America. Thank you to our live audience, and thank you for tuning in at 6:50 a.m. WSM and around the world at WSMonline.com. And we want to celebrate the birthday of Ernest Tubb. Ernest Dale Tubb, born February 9th, 1914, nicknamed the Texas Troubadour, a singer, a songwriter, and one of the pioneers of country music. His biggest career hit song came in 1941, Walkin' the Floor Over You. Also, it marked the rise of the honky-tonk style of music. In 1948, he was the first singer to record a hit version of Billy Hayes and J.W. Johnson's Blue Christmas, a song more commonly associated with Elvis Presley. Another well-known Tubb hit was Waltz Across Texas. It came in 1965 and written by his nephew, Billy Talmadge, which became one of his most requested songs. Ernest Tubb recorded duets with the then and upcoming Loretta Lynn in the early 1960s, including their hit, Sweet Thing. Ernest Tubb joined the Grand Ole Opry in February 1943. In 1965, he hosted a half-hour TV program, The Ernest Tubb Show, which aired in first-run syndication for about 3 years. Also in 1965, Ernest Tubb was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame. In 1970, Ernest Tubb was inducted into the Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame. We celebrate and remember Ernest Tubb, born February 9th, 1914. He passed away at the age of 70, September the 6th, 1984. We remember and we celebrate Ernest Tubb. We have a great show for you tonight. We have Grand Ole Opry star Bobby Osborne and Rocky Top Express. Also, coming up to the Ernest Tubb Midnite Jamboree, mark your calendar and make sure you come on out and visit with us. It's free admission, free parking, February the 18th, Cody Norris Show. And that is award-winning. They just won a big award this past month for a Society of Preservation of Bluegrass Music, and we call that SPIGMA. So Cody Norris Show will be here February the 18th. Also, Mark Wills, member of the Grand Ole Opry, he will be here in March the 4th. So make sure you mark your calendar and come on out and be a part of our live audience. We have in the audience tonight Robert and family from Bozeman, Alabama. Thank you, Robert. We appreciate you and your family driving up to be with us. And a future Grand Ole Opry square dancer, Anna Mae. We shared the dance floor a little bit earlier. We have Herschel and Maggie. Herschel from Baxter. Maggie Scott is in the audience from Nashville. My honky-tonk friends, Dick and Donna, I see them in the audience tonight. Connie and Leonard from Nashville, Tennessee. And we got friends from L.A. in the audience tonight. Bill and Debbie, that is Lower Antioch. That's what Bill said. We're from L.A. I said, really? I thought they were traveling from L.A., Lower Antioch. Thank you, Bill and Debbie. Mike and Scarlett, they were enjoying the dance floor a little bit earlier, so I want to remind you, listening on the radio, come on out. We've got a full bar, a great menu, and a big old dance floor for you. Also, again, Annie Mae, future Opry dancer, and I see the Jacksons, Jay Jackson in the audience tonight here. And our guest tonight, well, it's worth pointing out that he set out to be a country music star, a guitar player, but one of his biggest vocal influences was Ernest Tubb. That's one of the reasons why his singing style is so unique. And he wasn't trying to be a tenor singer like Bill Monroe or Ira Louvin. No, he is Bobby Osborne. Our guest tonight, Grand Ole Opry star Bobby Osborne. Hello, my friend. At age 91, a hero and a legend in bluegrass music, a member of the Grand Ole Opry, a member of the Kentucky Hall of Fame, as well as the International Bluegrass Hall of Honor, our friend Bobby Osborne. We are so happy you're out with us tonight here at the Ernest Tubb Midnite Jamboree and the warm-up show.
Well, I'm glad to be here. I've been in this building. They've changed it around since the last time I've been here. I was here. And but I've done a lot of singing in this building while Mr. Ernest was with us, and really it looks good. It didn't look like this then, but it should look. It really looks good tonight, so sure is.
They have done a lot of work, and thank you again to Rodney and his team. We are doing so good here, and again, an event space, also menu and the bar, and of course, great music, just like tonight. Some great bluegrass music. Now, at 91, what is some words of wisdom that you want to leave to the world out there?
Well, I hope I make it to 92.
Well, of course. Y'all, he just celebrated a birthday December the 7th.
Yeah. I was born in 1931. That was, of course, I don't hardly remember that, but that's when I came into the war. December 7th. You know, that's what they call Pearl Harbor Day now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I don't know where I might have caused somebody to lose or something else.
Well, and again, do we have any veterans in the audience? If we do, will you please stand? Let us recognize you. Any veterans, past and present, in the audience, let us recognize you. Thank you. Thank you what you have done for our country and what you continue to do. We have a veteran right here, Bobby Osborne.
Well, some of you might be wondering the branch of service I was in. So I was in the United States Marines. And I was in during the Korean conflict, and I got my 2 months training in California and straight to North Korea, and stayed over there a year, and I got a couple years. And got wounded one time, but I made it out of it.
You're a recipient of a Purple Heart.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for your service. We're so happy you are here. Now, there is a 55-year anniversary that is going on, the song Rocky Top. I know you know that song out there, and my goodness, I know, I think that was a Christmas Day that it was released?
Christmas Day of 1967. I never heard of, and even today, I've never heard of any of these record companies releasing anything on Christmas Day, you know. But I kind of, I just didn't hardly believe that they did that, Decca Records. And so I called them and asked them to send me a song list and the dates they released and all that right there. And they sent me all the songs that were released by the Osborne brothers at that, you know, since we went with them. And there, I looked where Rocky Top, and there it was. It was released on Christmas Day of 1967. Wow. And so I don't think it had been a better day than that.
Absolutely. What a gift, right?
Yeah.
And that song, Rocky Top, a Tennessee state song, but not just one state song. You have 2 state songs. You have Kentucky for an official state song for Kentucky and Tennessee with Rocky Top.
Yeah, it's just one of them things that had to happen and did. I guess.
I love whenever the audience sings along, and at the if you don't know, I'm a member of the Grand Ole Opry Square Dancers, so I get to watch Bobby Osborne and his band, and even your late brother Sonny,
Yeah.
the Osborne brothers, perform. And to introduce that song, it's kind of like you trick the audience. You may have never heard this song, but if you haven't, just act like you did. You act like you have. And by the end of the song, everybody's clapping and singing along. So that's a big football Tennessee anthem.
It sure is. I don't know when we that day that we recorded that. We back then we did a 3-hour session and trying to get 4 songs recorded in that period of time and amount of time. And but we waited till the last. We got 3 songs down and pretty good, so we waited for the last because I don't know. We thought we was going to get in an argument with the producer and all them, but we drug that one out and he said, "What's this?" I said, "Well, it's a song. In case you didn't know." He said, "What's the name of it?" And I said, "Rocket Top." He said, "Who ever heard of Rocket Top?" I said, "I don't know either, but I said, if I get to sing today, I'm going to sing about it." So he said, "Well, go ahead and do it." He said, I want to see where it's at, or if there is a Rocky Top. But there is a Rocky Top, Tennessee.
Yes,
I looked
sir.
around forever and ever, but it's not very big, but it's right outside of Knoxville, Tennessee. But it's in fine print, Rocky Top.
A real place, Rocky Top, Tennessee.
Yeah, it sure is.
And the story behind the songwriters, how did that song get to you?
Let me think a minute here. Let's see. Somebody, gentleman and his wife, Boudeleau and Felice Bryant.
Oh, yes.
They lived in Hendersonville, Tennessee, and we had recorded a lot of songs that they had written. And Sonny, my brother, he was over there at the house looking for some songs to record. And he called me up and he said, "You ought to come over." And we all lived right there pretty close. He said, "You ought to come over and look at some of these songs. We're going to do them next week." So I went over there and he'd already picked 3 of them out. And Boudeleau was writing this song, Rocket Top. He was writing it at that period of time. And I don't know, he was just singing it real slow like, And I said, "Well, are you going to finish it? We're going to record next week." He says, if you want to do it," he said, I'll get it finished." So he was just singing, dun, 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 dun. And I got that. We'd recorded a song before that called "Road Muddy River," and it was the same type of song. When we speeded it up,
Boy, did you?
we put it in high gear, but it worked out pretty good. So when I heard Rocket Top, I said that needs to be done. That tempo right there.
Y'all put some fire on that one.
So we was going to record about 2 days from the time and he was still writing the song. So we got the song and we took it and rehearsed it till we knew it. And we was afraid to tell anybody that we had a strange song.
So what we hear on the album from that session is what went down that day. No rehearsing.
That sure was.
Woo!
And
That's hard to do, y'all.
we never realized that it was just a plain. Well, I was talking to Bill Anderson about it, and he said that there's nothing special about that song there. I said, "No, it's just a plain old song, I guess." And But he learned a lot later. He came and apologized. He said, I didn't know he was going to do that.
Well, it may be a plain old song with someone else singing it, but when you sing it, it is a very special song. And you know a great song when you hear it. Bobby Osborne is a great songwriter as well. And I was just going over Friends and Neighbors. There's pages of songs that you've written, and I got quite an education just looking at all the songs from your pen. Let's see. Oh, one of my favorites, Midnight Angel.
Oh, yeah.
That is a sweet
Well, of course, I like every one of them.
I do too, but what's so unique about Midnight Angel, it's one verse.
Yeah.
It's one chorus.
Uh,
You're a Midnight Angel.
yeah, that's all it needed. It was a slow,
Yes.
slow type song, you know. Time we got a intro for the song and sang a verse and a chorus, and took a break and repeated the chorus while your 3 minutes was up.
Done. That's always been one of my favorites. But some of these songs you will recognize. Big Spike Hammer. Let's see. We've got Memories of Yesterday, Pain in My Heart, This Heart of Mine, Windy City. Alison Krauss named one of her albums Windy City, the title track, and performed that and took that all around the world singing your song.
She sure did. That was really nice of her to even like the song that good, you know. But she had a great record on that.
Yeah, we love Alison Krauss as well. Talk a little bit about your relationship or what Ernest Tubb and his influence as you as a young musician.
Well, probably just a little bit before I started trying to sing or learn anything about Ernest, but back where I came from in the hills of Kentucky, and so a little place called Thousand Sticks. I'll tell you a funny story about that before we get into the rest of it. But we were from Thousand Sticks, Kentucky, and it's on the map, but it's not in dark print or nothing like that. But we were at the Opry. We were on Roy Acuff's portion of the Grand Ole Opry one night, and he said, "Bobby," said, he said, when you boys left Thousand Sticks, he said, when you left there, he said, how many sticks was there left? I looked at him, I said, 998, I guess. he didn't expect me
To come back.
To come back and know how many sticks was there, you know. But that was one of those things. But what was that?
With Ernest Tubb and his influence on you. I know you growing up in Thousand Sticks, listening to the Grand Ole Opry, and it was Ernest Tubb that you were a big fan of and listening to him.
My voice was kind of low like his, and I was singing all his songs. I don't know, just loved what he did. And my dad had moved to Dayton, Ohio by then and was working up there. And of course, he brought the family up there from Thousand Sticks. And, but they had a big hall there in Dayton, the Memorial Hall, and I listened to the Grand Ole Opry all the time, and I'd heard Ernest Tubb singing, and my voice was at a lower pitch at that time, and I heard him say he was coming to the Memorial Hall in Dayton, Ohio, be there on that Sunday. So I went and I had to get in there and see him. And I got the set back about 10 rows, you know, and the more I listened to him, I just said, that's what I want to do right there. I was probably 14 years old, something like that. I thought that's what I wanted to do, and I got to singing, and my voice is a little bit like his, you know, but I sang his songs for a long time. My voice was about in the same range of his, and I thought, man, I'm going to be another Ernest Tubb. Sure as were.
And you actually did some shows and worked with Ernest Tubb.
Oh, many shows with him, we sure did. But anyway, that story there, I was singing one day and trying to sing one of his songs, and I couldn't sing it in that key anymore. It was my voice I had to sing it up higher before I could sing it. And I thought, boy, I hated that. I really hated that. But anyway, that's where my voice went from low to high, and it stayed there until it's still that way today.
It's still that way. So, you created your own style.
I sang his songs, but I had to sing them in my key, But I got to know and listen to the Grand Ole Opry. I saw him a few times in person, a couple of times to Dayton, Ohio, and my brother and me got a chance to come to the Grand Ole Opry, and got to know him real well. And I've been over here at the record shop with him a lot of times.
And that was the downtown location?
Oh, yeah. That one, I've been in that
from the Ryman?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Had a small stage, but we got by with it anyway.
It was a big night on that small stage.
Yes, and that was kind of a great thing for us to do, to play the Ernest Tubb record shop, and he was the owner for it at that time or whatever, and it was I just shook up like a just being around him. I was nervous, but I got to know him real well, and he was just a great friend of mine. And we was in Fort Worth, Texas one time with him, and I was sitting on the bus talking with him, and he said, "How did you?" He said, "I've heard that you tried to sing like me," and I said, "I sure did." And I told him that story about it, and so, I don't know. I just got to know him real well, and I saw him I worked with him right here.
Yes.
So, yeah.
We are so excited to see you, hear you tonight. In the band, Bobby Osborne Jr., David Crow, Leanna Price, Brad Binge, Robbie Osborne, and Gary Reese. So you have two of your sons in the band tonight?
Yes, I do. And I've got another one that was playing the banjo with me, but he sneaked off and went to Florida.
He went with the sand and sunshine, didn't he?
We couldn't get him to come back. But I had all three of my sons with me. I had four altogether.
Yes.
And then they all worked with me at one time.
It's keeping a family tradition going. Y'all give our guest Bobby Osborne a big hand. They're going to fire up the stage and have some great music for you. Follow him on social media. Also, go to bobbyosborne.com. There's tour dates coming up. And again, check out the music and videos. And again, at Facebook, Bobby Osborne. I love you so much. We've been friends for a long time.
We sure have. It's just
long time.
True friends. They don't ever forget each other.
Not at all. I sure love you.
Well, I thank you for having me on tonight. I really do.
Thank you.
And thank you all for coming tonight. I really appreciate that.
Bobby Osborne. Music City Bar and Grill, a world-class entertainment venue with traditional live country music 7 days a week. We combine great food and great service with great entertainment. You can choose from our full menu. It's pub grub, burgers, fries, wings, nachos, pizza, quesadilla, and more. And of course, we have your favorite draft beer. Music City Bar and Grill is a family-oriented venue. No smoking, no cover charge, and plenty of free parking. Music City Bar and Grill, located at 2412 Music Valley Drive, Nashville, Tennessee. For more information, call 615-883-5600. 615-883-2367. That's 615-883-2367. And follow us at facebook.com/Music City Bar. And check out our weekly entertainment schedule. We invite you to join us at Music City Bar and Grill. Welcome back to the Ernest Tubb Midnite Jamboree warm-up show. I'm your host, Marcia Campbell, and in the audience we have Rodney and Kay Outlaw from Ewell, Alabama, visiting with us. We appreciate all the many miles that you travel to come and enjoy music. And that's one thing that we all have in common. We travel from different parts of the world, different counties, different states, but then again, we all love music. And tonight it's going to be really special with Bobby Osborne and the Rocky Top Express. And friends, music is very powerful. It's very strong. It's great in healing. So whatever you're going through tonight, whatever you've had going on throughout the day, let that go. Let this music get in there, make you feel good, and heal you. We love music. We got music lovers in the audience. All right. The Rope Show will be back at the Troubadour Nashville, so don't miss the Big Rope Luncheon and Dinner Social that's going to take place Sunday, February 12th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Troubadour Theater, 2416 Music Valley Drive, right here in Nashville. And we are so excited to welcome our headlining entertainer, Mel Sonny Tillis Jr., son of legendary Mel Tillis and brother of Pam Tillis, known as the ultimate showman. And man, oh man, just like his dad, don't miss Sonny because he can tell some great stories and he's a wonderful performer. Also performing will be the Rope All-Star House Band. And of course, it makes up some of the greatest Nashville musicians who collectively have performed with legends such as Conway Twitty, Merle Haggard, David Allan Coe, Garth Brooks, Tanya Tucker, Bill Anderson, Marty Stewart, Trisha Yearwood, Connie Smith, and the list goes on and on and on. You know that is the best of the best. Now, tickets for the lunch and concert are $25 for members, and if you're not a member, it's $30, but we encourage you to become a member. And of course, that is Rope. To purchase tickets, text 615-415-5899. For our live audience, I have that information here at our desk if you need that. For friends listening online, text 615-415-5899 for tickets to Rope. And that is Sunday, February the 12th from 1 to 4 p.m. We also have an amazing show that is taking place here at the Troubadour, making its Nashville debut. The Coal Miners will be joined by Emily Portman Drake to honor Loretta Lynn on Tuesday, March 21st at the Troubadour here in Nashville, Tennessee. It's a tribute show. They'll be embarking on a national tour, but it's doing some special one-off shows, and this just so happens to be one of them. Tickets are $50, or VIP tables are available for $250. There are 4 seats per VIP table. Tickets are only available at Always Loretta tickets@gmail.com. Now again, tickets are only available at Always Loretta tickets@gmail.com. And joining me here on the warm-up show, a Texas troubadour himself, Lynn Owsley. Hello.
Well, it's my pleasure to be here and to be among such wonderful friends and family. It's like a family reunion when I come back. It really is. And after all these years, a guy asked me the other day, how many of these midnight jamborees have you done? And I said, I don't really know. But I think it would be in the upper hundreds or maybe even the thousands.
I would agree with that. It might be easier to say, how many have you not done? Because you've been here performing.
And I want to say, I feel so honored when I walk out there and stand on that guitar that on the floor that says thanks, and on that little circle up there by the main microphone, that little wooden circle that was taken from the Broadway store, the Broadway Midnight Jamboree. That's the spot that Ernest stood on, and not only Ernest, but just countless other super country musicians, super friends and family. And I'm honored to still be carrying on that tradition.
And recently, you also celebrated a birthday. We just spoke with Bobby Osborne. You also had a big birthday party recently.
January 19.
Yes.
And I share that birthday with Dolly Parton, Dennis Crouch, the General Robert E. Lee,
Yes.
and Janis Joplin. There's a bunch of us that just happened to land on a really good day. How about that?
Well, happy belated birthday. There was a big
And
celebration.
Kid Rock just missed it by one day. February the 9th was a big day because that was Ernest's birthday. It's a big day to all of us, a big day to Ernest. And he'd been a star since he was 19 years old. On Ernest's birthday, February the 9th, and I don't remember the city or the state. I just know we are somewhere out in the United States. And we get a messenger comes up and knocks on the bus door. And I was the one that answered the door. And it's a candygram. And the man just said, sign for this, and I did, and here's 10 pounds of chocolate candy. Whitman's chocolate Valentine candy. And it was great. And it said, from Elvis Presley. Now, Elvis was a Capricorn. His birthday was January the 8th. And I asked Ernest, we sat down and we give him the stuff. I put it on the table. And he said, oh, yeah, Elvis and I are old friends. And I said, are you kidding me? You know Elvis Presley? And he said, sure I do, son. And we talked about it a bit. And he said, Elvis come to the Grand Ole Opry years ago, and they would not put him on. And I told him, I said, I've got this show on WSM at midnight, the Ernest Tubb Midnite Jamboree, right across the street. You just come out of the back door of the Ryman and wander through Tootsie's or around on the street or whatever. Go down on Broadway, and I got this show over there. Would you like to be my guest on that show? Elvis Presley's first Nashville appearance was on the Midnite Jamboree, right here on Broadway in Nashville.
Thanks to Ernest Tubb. Absolutely.
And when Ernest told me that, he said, I know Elvis, I thought, I just did not connect Ernest Tubb and Elvis Presley. I'm afraid I couldn't do it because my mind was full of fiddles and banjos and dobros. And with Elvis, it was all rhinestones and limos. And I said, you mean you really know it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the years I was with Ernest for several years, and every year on February the 9th, they didn't make a damn where we were. There would be that box of heart-shaped chocolate candy that would come from Elvis Presley. He loved Ernest Tubb. And I never met the man, but I did get to talk to him on the telephone. And I was so pleased to do that. He called and wanted to say happy birthday to Ernest one night. And we got to go to Graceland. I went to Graceland. I've been there 3 times.
We're going to have to let Bobby Osborne get on stage here in a minute. So you went to Graceland?
Oh, 3 times.
All right.
The first time was invited. The second time was invited. And the third time, I paid $27.50 to get in there.
Y'all give our special guest, Lynn Owsley, a big hand. Thank you so much for sharing your stories and your heart with us.
You're pushing to get this, but I got to say this. Y'all are in for one great show. And one of my heroes, I can see him sitting over yonder. Y'all just heard him. And Mr. Bobby Osborne is fixing to do you a bluegrass extraordinary show.
Amen.
And I just love him. He's my hero. And he don't even, I haven't talked to him tonight. We're neighbors and friends from way back, but I haven't had a chance to get over to him. But I love the way he's dressed, and I know I'm going to love the way he sings.
Amen. We are too. Thank you so much for our live audience. And of course, thank you to you listening on the radio. The Ernest Tubb Midnite Jamboree. It's been an honor to be with you as your host. I'm Marcia Campbell, and I wish you enough. Join me at facebook.com/Marcia Campbell Radio. And thank you to our friend Bobby Osborne and Lynn Owsley for joining us here on the warm-up show. A very special thank you to Ernest Dale Tubb III, Rodney Collins, and David McCormick for keeping the Ernest Tubb Midnite Jamboree tradition going for over 75 years. Follow us on Facebook at Troubadour Nashville. And thank you again to our live audience for joining us here and our listeners on 650 AM WSM and around the world at WSMonline.com. Now let's go center stage for the Ernest Tubb Midnite Jamboree with Bobby Osborne and Rocky Top Express.
From the Ernest Tubb Record Shop on Music Valley Drive, this is the Ernest Tubb Midnite Jamboree.
I'm walking the floor over you. I can't sleep a wink, that is true. I'm hoping and I'm praying as my heart breaks right in two. Walking the floor over you. You left me and you went away. You said that you'd be back in just a day. You've broken your promise and you left me here alone. I don't know why you did, dear, but I do know that you're gone. I'm walking the floor over you. I can't sleep a wink, that is true. I'm hoping and I'm praying as my heart breaks right in two. Walking the floor over you. Oh, Billy Bird now.
Welcome to another edition of the Ernest Tubb Midnite Jamboree. I'm Marcia Campbell. Enjoy the show on 650 AM WSM and WSMonline.com.
Now someday you may be lonesome too. Walking the floor is good for you. Just keep right on walking and it won't hurt you to cry. Remember that I love you and I will the day I die. I'm walking the floor over you. I can't sleep a wink, that is true. I'm hoping and I'm praying as my heart breaks right in two. Walking the floor over you.
You left me and you went away. Said you'd be back in just a day. You've broken my heart and left me all alone. Well, you did, dear, but I know all that you're gone. I'm walking the floor over you. I can't sleep away, that is true. I'm hoping and I'm praying as my heart breaks right in two. Walking the floor someday you may be lonesome too.
You chorus.
Walking the floor is good for you. Just keep right on walking and it won't hurt you to cry. That I love you and I will to the day I die. I'm walking the floor over you. I can't sleep awake, that is true. I'm hoping and I'm praying and my heart is running too. Walking the floor over you. Thank y'all. Buddy Bond? Is it down here?
I do it.
Thank you very much, and we I want to welcome you all to the. You know, I hadn't been here for a while, but this place has really changed since Ernest had it. I've been on this stage many, many times when he was here, but it's really nice to come back, and it's ever who did this work in here, they did a great job, and it's just really nice to be out here on the stage, and stage is about the same, I think, but it's really nice to be here. And I've been in this little congregation here, or this place. I've been here many times, and my group have played a lot of times here over a period of years. But I appreciate you all coming tonight, and hope we can do something in the way of some songs that you'll enjoy. So, is this the one we're gonna do?
Muddy Bottom.
Okay. Hope you like this one right here then.
1, 2, 3, 4. A country boy don't perspire and a city girl don't sweat. And any fool can tell you either one will make you wet. Now I found out the hard way, and I can tell you yet, you'll do one or the other down in Muddy Bottom. Muddy Bottom is a cornfield that my daddy gave to me. It laid along the riverbank back home in Tennessee. The hottest place this side of where nobody wants to be. Ruddy cruddy, good old Muddy Bottom. I hankered for the city and all the city lights, so I set out to make my way and see those city sights. Now I catch myself thinking on them long hot city nights, I'd be way better off back down in Muddy Bottom. Muddy Bottom ain't as lonely as a busy city street, and rattlesnakes ain't half as mean as lots of folks I meet. I've come to the conclusion that old Bottom's hard to beat. Ruddy cruddy, good old Muddy Bottom. I sure do miss the river and my secret fishing pool. I miss the girl I chased down through the cornfield after school. You may not understand it, but I sure miss my mule. Now I wonder why I left old Muddy Bottom. Muddy Bottom is a cornfield that my daddy gave to me. It laid along the riverbank back home in Tennessee. The hottest place this side of where nobody wants to be. Ruddy cruddy, good old Muddy Bottom. Ruddy cruddy, good old Muddy Bottom. Two, three.
Get Gary to pick. Which one?
Gary, get Gary to play.
What?
Get Gary to play.
Oh, all right, okay. Thank you very much, and I wanted to call him Muddy Bottom in case you might have heard it somewhere along the line. It's been an old song now. I want to introduce my Rocky Top Express to you all. I'm so proud of them. They're good players and been with me quite a while. First of all, the left side is my youngest son. This is Bobby Osborne Jr. Make him welcome, will you? Thank you. And right in the back of him there is the gentleman. is a great player and good singer and everything. And
Brad Binge.
Brad Binge is his name. Would you please make him welcome? Somehow or another, and I apologize, but I just never could say that name for something. I don't know what. I've been over to Opry before. I looked back there at him and I said, I can't say that word there. Well, I'm sorry about that, boy. Let's see. The gentleman playing the 5-string banjo has been around here quite a while. He's a great guy and a great player. Gary Reese. Did I say him for Gary? My oldest son's got the little snare drum tonight playing it.
The little one.
He's been, it's smaller than big ones they got. Anyway, he's been with me many years, and he's my oldest son, Robbie Osborne. Make him welcome. The gentleman playing the fiddle, one of the fiddles, he's came to work with me and my brother for many years ago, and when I don't know, my brother wanted to get off the road, and he stayed. I kept going, and he stayed right with me. David Crow is his name. Would you make you welcome? A young lady playing the fiddle. She's her sister and her has got a great duo, and they're going to make it some of these days in show business. And I asked her to come and play the fiddle. She plays along with David. And Leanna Price. Make her welcome tonight. Anyway, are we ready for another song?
Yeah, Gary's gonna play. Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah. Oh, listen. This is a song here that it's been played everywhere, and that means this world, or I mean, this country and every other country. But Earl Scruggs has put this out to start with, and friends, he played it. He really did. And this gentleman here is gonna play it for you. It's really a popular instrument called the Foggy Mountain Breakdown. Gary? you, Gary. That's really, really nice. Song now that we want to sing for you became one of the popular songs my brother and me recorded. It was Once Upon a Time, and the gentleman wrote it, and we got to sing it, and we liked it real well, and sure hope that you all will like it here tonight. It's called The Midnight Flyer.
1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, midnight flyer.
Engineer, to let your whistle moan.
Ooh, midnight flyer. Paid my dues and I feel like traveling on.
Run away to the wild horses and let them meet the stay. So throw you up another man and put him down your way. Make him into someone to take the place of me. Make him every kind of fool you wanted me to be.
Ooh, midnight flyer.
Engineer, to let your whistle moan.
Ooh, midnight flyer. Paid my dues and I feel like traveling on.
Maybe I'll stop at Santa Fe, maybe San Antone. Any town is where I'm bound, anyway to get me down. Don't think about me, never let me cross your mind. Except when you hear the midnight lonesome with the wine.
Ooh, midnight flyer.
Engineer, would you let me whistle mom?
Ooh, midnight flyer. Paid my dues and I feel like traveling on. Traveling on.
Thank you. I want to sing you a song now. I've been singing for many, many years, and I've done it at the opera many, many times, and on road shows I've done. And I hope you. I used to sing this up in West Virginia. I was up there years ago. It's called The Sunny Side of the Mountain. Don't forget me, little darling, while I'm growing old and gray. Just a little thought before I'm going far away. I'll be waiting on the hillside where wild roses grow, on the sunny side of the mountain where the rippling waters flow. Tell me, darling, in your have them play the fiddle.
Fiddle time.
Thank you very much. Going to ask my two fiddle players over here, Deanna and David. Can you all do one together or?
Liberty and Dean.
Liberty, that's a good one. All right, David Kroll and Leanna. Thank you all. Really, really good. You know, when I first started trying to learn how to play an instrument or singing, my dad always kept the fiddle around for some reason I never did know, but I got to mess around with the fiddle. I tried to learn how to play one, and I thought I was doing pretty good learning how to play, and but I went around and listened to some guys could really play one. So I thought, boy, I ain't ever gonna get that good. I gotta find something else to play. I loved how the fiddle sounded and the fingerboard on it and everything, you know, same notes and everything. And I got to playing the guitar, and I played it for a long time. But some guy come to the house one day and he had one of these mountains. Not this one, but another one. I still have it. No, I traded it off. So anyway, I got to learn how to play this mandolin, and I figured with a bow and trying to sing and play a fiddle, there's guys that can do it, but I never could do it. I just couldn't do that. So I switched over to the mandolin because I could sing it and play it all at the same time. But anyway, what else be
Do you want to do this one here? Be all right tomorrow?
Yeah, that's good. This is a song I helped write.
He said that's good.
Gentleman from Detroit, Michigan, and myself wrote this right here. And it's got a good title, I hope.
Did you do that? Sorry. Yeah. What?
This one's called I'll Be All Right Tomorrow.
I may be a little bit tired tonight, but I'll be alright tomorrow. Be alright tomorrow. I'll be alright tomorrow. I may be a little bit tired tonight, but I'll be alright tomorrow. 'Cause my baby's coming home.
Ever since she left me, things ain't been right. I've been out drinking every night.
I may be a little bit tired tonight, but I'll be alright tomorrow. Be alright tomorrow. I'll be alright tomorrow. I may be a little bit tired tonight, but I'll be alright tomorrow. 'Cause my baby's coming home. be a little bit tired tonight, but I'll be alright tomorrow. Be alright tomorrow. I'll be alright tomorrow. I may be a little bit tired tonight, but I'll be alright tomorrow. 'Cause my baby's coming home.
Since she left me, things ain't been right. I've been out drinking every night.
I may be a little bit tired tonight, but I'll be alright tomorrow. Be alright tomorrow. I'll be alright tomorrow. I may be a little bit tired tonight, but I'll be alright tomorrow. 'Cause my baby's coming home. I may be a little bit tired tonight, but I'll be alright tomorrow. 'Cause my baby's coming home.
Yes. Thank you very much. And I want to do your song now, and this is a beautiful song. My brother and me recorded it a long, long time ago.
Yep.
It's called Beneath Still Waters.
Beneath still waters,
There's a strong undertow.
the surface won't tell you
What the deep water knows.
darling. I'm saying I know something's wrong beneath still waters. Your love is gone. Even a fool could see that you soon believe in me.
But each and every heart will share their turn for misery.
This time it's me, and I'll cry alone beneath still waters. Your love is gone. Even a fool could sing that you'll soon believe in me.
But each and every heart must fingertip.
Yeah, for misery. This time it's me, and I'll cry alone beneath still waters. Your love is gone. Your love is gone. You want to pick something else?
If I had the fiddles played on yet?
Huh?
If I had the fiddles played on.
They did, but we're about to.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I was thinking one this gentleman I've worked a lot of shows with down through the years, and he's from California, and he had a lot of hit songs, and he came back here and worked on many shows. And my brother worked a lot of shows that he was on. Is one of the nicest guys that one of them that I've met down. We're singing one of his songs here, and I hope you like this one right here. Oh, the sun's gonna shine in my life once more. Love's gonna live here again. Things are gonna be the way they were before. Love's gonna live here again. Love's gonna live here. Love's gonna live here. Love's gonna live here again. No more loneliness, only happiness. Love's gonna live here again. I hear bells are ringing, I hear birds singing. Love's gonna live here again. I hear bees a humming, and I know the days are coming. Love's gonna live here again. Love's gonna live here. Love's gonna live here. Love's gonna live here again. No more loneliness, only happiness. Love's gonna live here again. Love's gonna live here. Love's gonna live here. Love's gonna live here again. No more loneliness, only happiness. Love's gonna live here again. Love's gonna live here again. Love's gonna live here again.
You want to try Roll Muddy River?
Okay. Thank you very much. Beautiful song, and Buck Owens had a great record on that one right there, and he wrote it, by the way, and I always liked it pretty well, so hope you enjoyed our version of Love's Gonna Live.
It's not
Here.
on there, though.
So, what was that good?
Can you do that without the words? The words aren't on there.
What
Roll Muddy River?
That's right. So,
All right.
okay. Song here, it's Roll Muddy River, that's the name of it. Okay.
Roll, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on, muddy river. I've got a notion you'll go to the ocean alone, muddy river, roll on. I've got a baby in Tennessee who's long been waiting for little old me. Roll, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on. I love you, I love you. Call it fate. You and I are gonna separate. You'll be here, but she won't wait. So roll, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on. Roll, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on, muddy river. I've got a notion you'll go to the ocean alone, muddy river, roll on. I've got a baby in Tennessee who's long been waiting for little old me. Roll, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on. It's all right. You'll be here, but she won't wait. So roll, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on. Roll, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on, muddy river. I've got a notion you'll go to the ocean alone, muddy river, roll on. I've got a baby in Tennessee who's long been waiting for little old me. Roll, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on. Roll, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on. Play something. Anything. Get Gary to play something.
Yeah. Okay. Got Mr. Gary on the 5 around here again. I'll pick some for you. You got one, it's an old song, really came out many, many years ago, and many, many people have played it down through the years. On the fiddles, mandolins, guitars, everything. It's a great old song. Okay, what is Lonesome Road Blues? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here's what songs. A lot of these the songs I'm doing, they're recorded many, many years ago. And, you know, if you don't sing them regular all the time, it's like anything else. You know, your memory will fail you and get away from you. So, and my brother and me and we recorded so many songs. You know, you couldn't hardly keep up with them all. So
I'm about to die.
I've not worked a lot of road shows in about a year or two now, so I didn't completely quit, but I just decided that's enough out traveling so much as we did. But anyway, a lot of them I forgot the songs. They're good songs. But I remembered a lot of them also. So, what was this one?
Leaving's heavy?
This one we just called Leaving's Heavy on My Mind.
The whistle of the train breaks through the silence. From my room I hear those big jet engines whine. I wish you'd give me a reason for staying, 'cause leaving's heavy on my mind. Train is flowing and the whistle blowing, and suddenly I find leaving's heavy on my mind. Do you think there'd be a chance that she would love me? I've asked myself time after time, but her love gives me no reason for staying, 'cause leaving's heavy on my mind. Train is flowing and the whistle blowing, and suddenly I find leaving's heavy on my mind. Go, Dad. Go, Gary. Sun is slowly bringing in the morning to the spot where your soft young body lies. By her side, and maybe for the last time, 'cause leaving's heavy on my mind. Train is flowing and the whistle blowing, and suddenly I find leaving's heavy on my mind. Train is flowing and the whistle blowing, and suddenly I find leaving's heavy on my mind. Y'all want to do something else? Sally or something?
Yeah, come do that. Fiddlers, you ready for another one? Sure. Good, that's a good one.
That was good. Yeah.
Couldn't be no better than that right there. I want to thank you all for being with us tonight, and hope to come back again. This is one of my favorite buildings to play in with Mr. Ernest Tubb and many other people played in this building here. And but I've enjoyed it, and I surely hope that you all have too. We want to kind of close it with a song that's been really good to me down through the years. And when we recorded it, well, we didn't have any idea what it was going to be. I think a lot of people in anything you do, I think, and especially music, a lot of people get a recording contract and they record songs that they can sing real well, and they record songs that they just about halfway sing them. They don't like them or whatever. But sometimes one of the songs that a person doesn't like at all, why it would be a hit record for that matter. This song here though is just it's different from any that my brother and me ever recorded, and we got a chance to sing it and record it, and had no idea what was. Bill Anderson told me one time. He said that song here is just a regular old song. I said, well, it is. You're right on that. But he didn't. Him or me, either one, never realized what it would end up doing. But we want to close our show tonight, I guess, with this one. And if you haven't heard it before,
You didn't miss much.
we're gonna close with this one right here. And I don't think I need to tell you the title of it. You'll recognize it.
Wish that I was on a rocky top down in the Tennessee hills. Ain't no smoggy smoke on Rocky Top, there ain't no telephone bills. Once I had a girl on Rocky Top, half bear, the other half cat. Wild as a mink, but sweet as soda pop, I still dream about that. Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Once two strangers climbed old Rocky Top looking for a moonshine still. Strangers ain't come down from Rocky Top, I reckon they never will. Corn won't grow at all on Rocky Top, dirt's too rocky by far. That's why all the folks on Rocky Top get their corn from a jar. Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Life trapped like a duck in a pen. All I know is it's a pity life can't be simple again. Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee.
Appreciate you coming tonight. Maybe we'll see each other again. Thank you very much. Okay.
Speaking on behalf of Texas Troubadour, David McCormick, Harold Hidden, all the folks here at the shop, saying be better to your neighbors and you're going to have better neighbors. Doggone yeah.
I'm walking the floor over you. I can't sleep a wink, that is true. I'm hoping and I'm praying as my heart breaks right in two. Walking the floor over you. You left me and you went away. You said that you'd be back in just a day. You broke in your promise and you left me here alone. I don't know why you did, dear, but I do know that you're gone. I'm walking the floor over you. I can't sleep a wink, that is true. I'm hoping and I'm praying as my heart breaks right in two. Walking the floor over you. Oh, Pete and Lynn.
We hope you enjoyed listening to the classic sounds of the Ernest Tubb Midnite Jamboree on 650 AM WSM and WSMOnline.com. We are so excited that the Midnight Jamboree live tapings have returned. Please join us at the Troubadour Theater in Music Valley Drive for the warm-up show, followed by a live taping of the Ernest Tubb Midnite Jamboree. Details for the upcoming events can be found on the Troubadour's Facebook page. I'm Marcia Campbell. Have a great night. Godspeed, my friend. And as E.T. would say, be better to your neighbors, and you'll have better neighbors.
The Ernest Tubb Midnite Jamboree is produced through the facilities of Ernest Tubb Record Shop Incorporated and the Texas Troubadour Theater in Nashville, Tennessee. This program is intended for the private use of our listening audience. Any recording, rebroadcast, or other public display without the prior written consent of Ernest Tubb Record Shops Incorporated is strictly prohibited. This is the Legend, 650 AM WSM, Nashville, Tennessee.